Major depression is a mental health condition that goes way beyond just having a bad day or feeling a little down. It's when that heavy sadness or lack of interest in life sticks around for a long time. You might not feel like doing the things you usually enjoy, and even the little things that used to make you happy don't seem to matter anymore. This could be due to a combination of biological factors, negative thinking patterns, or tough life experiences. Think of it like this. Navigating through major depression can feel like trying to walk through thick fog. Everything seems unclear, heavy, and difficult to deal with. It's not just emotional either. You could feel physically tired all the time, have trouble concentrating, or find yourself getting frustrated easily, even with people you care about. A lot of people with major depression just want to be left alone. You might sleep more than usual, or have trouble sleeping at all. It's common to feel worthless or hopeless, and some even experience changes in appetite, which could lead to weight loss or gain. And for some people, these feelings can come and go. They might deal with it once a year, every few months, or even more often, which is why it's sometimes called unipolar depression, because it focuses on those low, sad periods. Quick break. My coffee bill is due, and apparently, likes and subscribers aren't accepted as payment. So, while I figure that out, why not hit the subscribe button and like this video? It's way more helpful than you think. Persistent depression, also called dysthymia, is a long-term form of depression that lasts for at least 2 years. It's not as intense as major depression, but it's always there, lingering in the background. Imagine waking up every day feeling down or just off, and it never fully goes away. You might not feel completely hopeless, but there's a constant low mood that makes life feel harder than it should be. People with persistent depression often struggle with low self-esteem, changes in appetite, and sleep problems. Some days it feels like you're going through the motions without much joy or energy. It's common for people to think this is just how life is, because the sadness becomes so familiar. Interests come and go quickly, and staying motivated can be a challenge. While it's not as severe as other forms of depression, persistent depression can still affect your relationships and daily life. Therapy, lifestyle changes, and sometimes medication can help manage the symptoms. If you've been feeling this way for a long time, it's important to reach out for help. Life doesn't have to feel like this all the time. Manic depression, also known as bipolar disorder, is a condition where moods swing between extreme highs and lows. During the manic phase, a person might feel full of energy, overly confident, or like they can take on the world without needing much sleep. Thoughts race, decisions get impulsive, and it can even lead to risky behaviors because everything feels so exhilarating. But these highs don't last forever. After the manic phase, there's usually a depressive phase that hits hard. This is when someone feels deeply sad, hopeless, or tired all the time, making even simple tasks feel impossible. It's not just regular sadness. It's the kind of depression that can make it difficult to function, causing issues with sleep, concentration, and even interest in things they used to love. Sometimes these mood shifts happen quickly, while other times they come and go over longer periods. Managing bipolar disorder often involves medication to help balance the highs and lows, along with therapy to cope with the emotional roller coaster. If you or someone you know has mood swings that feel extreme and unpredictable, it's important to get support. With the right treatment, people with bipolar disorder can manage their symptoms and live a more stable life. Disruptive mood, dysregulation disorder, DMDD, is a condition usually diagnosed in children and teens who struggle with severe irritability, anger, and frequent, intense temper outbursts. It's more than just the usual moodiness kids experience. It's extreme and happens far more often than typical tantrums. These outbursts can happen at home, in school, or with friends, making it hard for them to build healthy relationships or succeed in social situations. Kids with DMDD might have big reactions to small problems, and they often seem angry or grumpy even when there's no clear reason for it. Over time, this constant emotional turmoil can affect their self-esteem and lead to struggles in school or other activities. As they grow older, they might not have as many tantrums, but they could start showing signs of anxiety or depression instead. Treatment for DMDD often involves therapy to help the child learn better ways to manage their emotions, and sometimes medication to reduce the intensity of their mood swings. If you think your child might have DMDD, getting them evaluated by a healthcare provider can lead to early intervention, which can make a big difference in their emotional well-being and future. Postpartum depression is a type of depression that can affect new mothers after giving birth. While it's normal to feel emotional or overwhelmed in the first couple of weeks, postpartum depression goes beyond the typical baby blues. It can last much longer and feels more intense, making it hard to bond with the baby or enjoy life as a new parent. Many moms feel deeply sad, anxious, or even guilty for not feeling as happy as they think they should be. Along with the emotional impact, postpartum depression can cause physical symptoms like extreme fatigue, trouble sleeping, or changes in appetite. Some moms might want to withdraw from loved ones or feel constantly overwhelmed by even simple tasks. It's important to know that this isn't a sign of weakness or a reflection of someone's ability to be a good mom. It's a medical condition that needs attention. If these feelings persist for more than a couple of weeks, talking to a doctor is crucial. Therapy, support groups, and sometimes medication can help new moms feel more like themselves again. Getting support early on can make a big difference, not just for the mother, but for the whole family. Situational depression, or adjustment disorder with depressed mood, happens when a specific event or major life change triggers overwhelming sadness or stress. It's usually brought on by things like the death of a loved one, a job loss, a breakup, or any significant challenge that feels too hard to handle emotionally. Unlike other types of depression, this one is directly tied to what's happening in your life, and the symptoms usually begin shortly after the event. People with situational depression may feel hopeless, cry more often, or struggle to find joy in anything. Everyday activities become difficult, and it's common to withdraw from friends and family, sleep too much or too little, and feel anxious or overwhelmed. While the feelings are intense, the good news is that they are usually temporary and fade as the person adjusts to the change over time. Talking to a therapist can be incredibly helpful, as they can offer coping strategies and support during tough times. Sometimes, short-term medication is also suggested to manage symptoms. If life feels overwhelming after a big change and the sadness doesn't seem to lift, reaching out for help can make a world of difference in moving forward. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is a type of depression that comes and goes with the seasons, usually starting in the fall and lasting through winter. As the days get shorter and darker, people with SAD might feel their energy drop, lose interest in things they used to enjoy, and have trouble getting out of bed. It's more than just the winter blues. It's a real, serious depression. Common symptoms include feeling constantly tired, craving carbs, gaining weight, and feeling like your body is weighed down. While SAD typically happens in the colder months, it can also affect some people in the spring or summer. It can make it hard to stay connected with friends and loved ones, as many people feel the need to withdraw. The good news is that treatments like light therapy, medication, and therapy can help manage the symptoms. If you notice these patterns in yourself as the seasons change, it's important to talk to a doctor and get the support you need. You don't have to go through this cycle every year without help. Psychotic depression is a severe form of depression where, on top of feeling deeply sad or hopeless, a person experiences symptoms of psychosis. This means they might see or hear things that aren't there, hallucinations, or believe things that aren't true, delusions. It's like depression takes an extra intense turn, making it feel even more isolating and frightening. The psychosis usually matches the depressive themes. For example, someone might have delusions about being worthless or feel like they're being punished. This adds a whole new layer of difficulty to an already overwhelming situation, and it can make the person seem out of touch with reality. People with psychotic depression may struggle with confusion, withdrawing from others, and even neglecting their hygiene or basic needs. Getting treatment is critical, as psychotic depression can't be managed with typical depression treatments alone. A combination of antidepressants and antipsychotic medications is usually recommended, along with therapy. If you or someone you know experiences symptoms like this, it's important to seek help as soon as possible. This type of depression is serious, but with the right support, it can be managed. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, is a severe form of premenstrual syndrome, PMS, that affects some women in the days leading up to their period. While many women experience mood swings or discomfort before their period, PMDD takes it to another level, with intense feelings of sadness, anxiety, or irritability that can seriously disrupt daily life. It's more than just feeling emotional. It can feel like you're spiraling out of control. Women with PMDD might also have physical symptoms like bloating, fatigue, and trouble sleeping, but it's the emotional impact that's often the hardest to handle. These symptoms can affect relationships, work, and social life, making everything feel overwhelming. The difference with PMDD is that these symptoms happen in a cycle, appearing in the second half of the menstrual cycle and easing up once the period begins. Treatment options for PMDD include lifestyle changes, such as exercise or dietary adjustments, along with therapy or medication like antidepressants. If these symptoms sound familiar, and they're affecting your ability to function normally, it's worth talking to a doctor. PMDD can be managed, and getting help can make a big difference in how you feel each month. Atypical depression is a type of depression that doesn't always follow the usual pattern. What makes it different is that your mood can temporarily lift if something positive happens, like good news or a fun event. But that relief is often short-lived, and the sadness, fatigue, or heaviness quickly return. It's called atypical, but it's actually quite common. People with atypical depression often experience other symptoms like sleeping too much, overeating, or feeling like their arms and legs are heavy. They may also be extra sensitive to rejection or criticism, which can lead to feeling hurt or withdrawing from others. Even though there are moments where things seem okay, the underlying depression is still there, making day-to-day life a challenge. Treatment for atypical depression is similar to other forms of depression, usually involving therapy, lifestyle changes, and sometimes antidepressant medication. If this sounds like you, where your mood improves with good news but quickly dips back down, talking to a healthcare provider can help you figure out a treatment plan that works. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing and liking, because every bit of support means the world. It helps me keep sharing content like this and might just help cover my next coffee bill. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself.